Taiwan is often reduced to one skyline, one tower, and one day trip from Taipei. That is a good beginning, but it misses the range that makes the island worth the journey. The Taiwan I would plan has 4 distinct moods: Taipei's restless city energy, the old streets and coast north of it, Taichung's slower creative rhythm, and Kaohsiung's harbor light. Then there is Alishan, where the city trip briefly becomes a mountain trip. This is not a checklist of every attraction. It is the route I would build for a first visit, what I would pay for, and where a tour genuinely removes enough friction to be worth it. Before you fly, settle 3 things: entry permission, the arrival card, and mobile data. Indian passport holders are not automatically visa-free for Taiwan. Some travelers may qualify for Taiwan's conditional online travel authorization based on the visas or residence documents they already hold. Others will need a visitor visa. Check your exact passport and document combination on Taiwan's official immigration website before you book, because this is not a detail to discover at the airport. The official Taiwan arrival card is free and can be completed online within 7 days before arrival. Use the official government website, not a paid lookalike service. For data, install an eSIM before leaving home while you still have reliable Wi-Fi. Confirm that your phone is unlocked and compatible, and check the high-speed allowance on the exact plan. The recommended Taiwan eSIM is linked below. At Taiwan Airport, the airport MRT is the simple choice for central Taipei when you arrive during operating hours and can handle your luggage. A pre-booked transfer makes more sense after a late flight for a family or group, or when you want to go straight to a hotel without solving the lost kilometer after landing. The MRT ticket and transfer options are linked below. Start Taipei with scale. Taipei 101 is touristy, but the observatory gives you the city in one frame: mountains, dense neighborhoods, and the street grid spreading below. Book a timed ticket if your schedule is tight, but keep some flexibility for weather. A clear late afternoon can carry you from daylight into the city lights, then come back to street level. Before you leave central Taipei, add Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall and Liberty Square. The scale, white walls, blue tile roof, and ceremonial plaza make this one of the city's clearest visual landmarks. For Taipei at full volume, go to Ximending after dark. Its pedestrian streets, neon signs, shops, food counters, and crowds turn the district into pure city energy. Taipei works best when food is not treated as a single stop. Use a night market for grazing, then try breakfast shops, dumplings, scallion pancakes, shaved ice, and small places between planned sites. Go hungry, carry cash, and share portions so you can try more. For an easier nature day, Beitou and Yangmingshan give you hot spring history, volcanic landscapes, and a break from the city without a long relocation. You can do parts independently, but a guided day becomes worthwhile when you want several scattered stops without spending the day negotiating bus connections. The recommended option is in the description. The classic North Coast loop combines Yehliu, Shifen, and Jiufen. Yehliu is about wind-cut rock formations and the open coast. Shifen adds the railway town and waterfall. Jiufen is the atmospheric finish, with steep lanes, tea houses, and mountain views as the light begins to fall. This is the place where I would most strongly consider a tour. Each stop is possible independently, but connecting all 3 in one day creates a chain of buses, waits, and timetable decisions. A good small group tour converts that effort into actual time on the ground. Book the route, not merely a vehicle. Check the stop duration, pickup point, group size, and whether the schedule gives Jiufen enough time near dusk. The tour I would shortlist is linked below. Do not use Taichung only as a station on the way somewhere else. Give it at least one night. The city feels more spread out and less hurried than Taipei, and that change of pace is the point. Begin around the old railway district, then connect places such as Miyahara, Taichung Literature Park, Audit Village, and the National Taiwan Museum of Fine Arts, according to what interests you. This is a day for restored buildings, design shops, public art, and long food breaks rather than landmark collecting. At night, choose a market or food district and let the evening stay loose. Taichung rewards curiosity more than a rigid sequence. If you only photograph Miyahara and leave, You have seen the packaging, not the city. Alishan deserves a brief place in this route because it changes the visual language completely. Forest railway, high mountain air, sunrise, and the possibility of a sea of clouds. It also requires honest planning. Travel times are long, mountain weather changes quickly, and the famous sunrise can never be guaranteed. If Alishan is a priority, stay closer to the mountain and give it breathing room. If it is a day trip from Taichung, Chiang or Kaohsiung, this is another place where a tour can be worth paying for. The value is not a guide holding a flag. It is having the transfers, mountain route, and return timing solved in advance. I have linked the current Alishan options below. Compare the departure city carefully before booking. Kaohsiung is not a substitute Taipei. It is a different finish to the trip. Broader skies, warmer light, public art, light rail, ferries, and a waterfront that keeps opening up. Start around the Pier 2 Art Center and the harbor. Then use the light rail to move through the waterfront. Take the short ferry to Cijin for the old street, beach, lighthouse, and views back toward the city. This is one of those simple experiences that feels larger than its ticket price. For a second layer, add the Dome of Light, the Lotus Pond Temple area, or Shan depending on your time and interests. Kaohsiung deserves one full day, 2 nights make the pacing much better. The goal is not to rush through southern Taiwan so you can say you covered it. The goal is to feel how different the island becomes. Taiwan's high-speed rail changes the map. Taipei to Taichung and onward to Kaohsiung becomes practical enough to build a multi-city trip without flying internally. Reserve the fast intercity legs first, then choose hotels close to the local transit you will actually use. Passes are useful only when the included journeys match your itinerary. Do the maths against individual tickets. A Taipei transport pass can be convenient for a dense city day, while a broader attraction pass makes sense only if you will genuinely visit the included places. Convenience has value, but unused inclusions do not. So what is actually worth paying for? Book Taipei 101 when the forecast and your schedule align. Book the North Coast tour when you want Yehliu, Shifen and Jiufen in one efficient day. Book an Alishan tour when the transfers would otherwise consume your attention. Arrange the eSIM before departure. Use the airport MRT for the straightforward arrival and a transfer when luggage, timing or group size makes it the calmer choice. Everything else should earn its place. The best booking is usually the one that removes a real point of friction, not the one with the longest list of inclusions. The recommended tours, passes, eSIM, airport options and current prices are in the description below. With 5 days, base yourself in Taipei and choose either the North Coast or Beitou and Yangmingshan. With 7 days at Taichung. With 9 or 10, continue to Kaohsiung and make room for Alishan if the mountain is a priority. Taiwan becomes memorable when you stop treating Taipei as the whole story. Start with the skyline, follow the coast, slow down in Taichung, change altitude in Alishan, and finish beside the harbor in Kaohsiung. That is the Taiwan route I would book. If this helped you plan Taiwan, check the current tours, passes, and eSIM links below. Subscribe to Tour Detours and tell me which Taiwan stop you would choose first.